Howdy folks, my name is Richie, aka Bog Otter. Last week I got to go to the ArenaNet studios to try out the Heart of Thorns expansion for the first time, and during that playthrough I got to play several matches of the new PvP game mode called Stronghold. Now I'm going to show you a couple of the matches that I went through in a minute here and talk through what is going on. But before we begin, I just want to say real quick what Stronghold is. So this is a completely new game mode, as I mentioned. It's not like any of the other PvP maps that currently exist in the game. It's not Capture Point, it's not Conquest maps. Stronghold is its own thing. And so far we know about one new map that is going to use the Stronghold game type. That is called the Battle of Champions Dusk. There's possibly going to be other maps at launch of the expansion. We're not sure yet. Now, the objective of this is to go down a lane and take out a series of gates before you can get to the opposing team's guild lord, and you want to kill the opposing team's guild lord. Now, to do that, to break down the gates, there are different NPCs you can summon. You can summon these little skrit that carry bombs that, you know, basically they're door breakers. They will bust the gates down. And you can also hire archers, and these Tengu archers will actually kill a lot of the guards that are around, the NPC guards that are around these gates. And there's supply in the middle of the map that you can fight over. You have to channel it for a few seconds, and if you get the supply, you use the supply to actually summon either archers or these door breakers. And there's also heroes that activate periodically that you can channel and summon these great heroes of power to come and help push down the guild lord. Now, all the while you're working on your lane, the opponents are working on theirs, and of course you can go into their lane and interrupt, or you can stay on your side and defend. So there's a mix of different roles and strategies that you can implement. How many people do you have running supply? How many people do you have defending? How many people do you have on offense? Are you going to go all door breakers? Are you going to go a mix of door breakers and archers? Are you going to be, you know, trying to intercept the opponent? Are you trying to, you know, kill the opponent's NPCs? So there's a lot of different things at play here, and it's a really exciting game mode. I'll say before we even get into the match, I had a ton of fun playing Stronghold, and you guys know I'm not a big PvP player. I like to dabble here and there. But this game mode may be a game changer for me because I really liked it. It's not just straight up sit on a control point and then have these, you know, PvP battles with the enemies where, you know, there's timing of, you know, I have to interrupt that skill and I have to get this off, and, you know, it's all about, you know, timing your abilities exactly and using your crowd control and, you know, the teamwork. There is PvP action. You are killing, you know, opposing players here, but it seems to be there's a lot of gameplay in terms of the strategy of the game mode more than just fighting the other players. So I really enjoyed this a lot. So I'm going to show you a couple of matches here. I played 5 total games. The first 3 I was not able to capture footage, and that's okay because I won one of those games and lost 2. But the final 2 matches I'm going to go over here really show off some of the things that I've learned in the first 3 games that we played. Okay, so you can see here my teammates, let's see, Reverend Horton is Bill Murphy from MMORPG. I've got Aurora Peepee. I've got Aurora Peepee with me. Aurora Peachy's with me, and Dot Got Game, he is a streamer that I met. He's a PvP streamer that I met while there as well. I'm not sure who Zen Soulstrike is. Everybody on your team starts off with 1 supply at the start of the game. So here we are choosing one of the barracks. I'm going to choose a door breaker here. So this is going to summon a skrit, and we had other people summon some archers. You can see the Tengu coming down. And now I'm going to go rush right to the gate. Now, I knew Aurora Peachy was sitting right next to me. She was going to go try to run supply and summon some more NPCs. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to go right for the gate, and we're going to try to be as aggressive as possible. I want to try to take out these archers as quickly as I can so that the archers do not take out the NPCs that are coming down the lane. I definitely want to make sure that the skrit with the bombs are able to hit the door and they don't get killed. They actually die fairly easily here. And as you can see, none of the enemy is trying to stop me. None of the other team is here. I guess they are trying to push their lane, or probably getting into a big fight in the middle of the map over supply. That seemed to be very popular strategy, is go for supply. But I've found that being very aggressive here, especially when people aren't that used to this game mode, is definitely going to help. Now you can see the skrit right there. He's summoning the bomb. That's going to do a lot to the gate. You can take out the gate just by hitting it, but kind of like World vs. World, it takes forever. You really need the skrit to take those out. So I'm going to try to aggro these soldiers, so my NPCs once again they don't get taken out. Now, another advantage that we had is a lot of people wanted to play the shiny new Revenant in this game mode. And Aurora Peach and I kind of whispered each other, said, you know what, why don't you play the Guardian and I'll play my Warrior, because we know those classes. That'll give us a little bit of an edge. So, you know, keep that in mind that, you know, I'm playing a class that I'm comfortable with, and everybody else is trying to play the new hotness. Okay, so here we go. I'm taking out the NPCs. These are veterans up here, so it gets a little bit tougher the closer you get to the inner gate, and you can see the Tengu behind are helping out. I still have a script back there with a bomb, and these are the final two NPCs before you actually get into the main area with the Guild Lord. Now, there are warnings every time you hit one of these gates. If I hit the outer gate, the opposing team will know that I'm hitting the outer gate. Once I break onto this inner gate, they will get a warning, and then they will also get another final warning when I'm actually attacking their Guild Lord. And you can see the use on the sides of these gates of the World versus World, you know, doorways. It's about this time when I believe Jesse Cox picks up on the fact that, you know, there's somebody knocking on our inner gate, and he comes to try to harass me here in a second. He tries to get everybody else to come, and he's really the only one that responds to the danger of us getting to the gate. So it's going to be kind of funny when he gets here and realizes what's going on. At this point, I don't have any script left to blow this door open. You can see it's taking me a long time. I have a lot of archers, which will be helpful once we break through this gate, because there are some more guards and the Guild Lord in there. But I think at this point I'm leading over to Peachy going, we need a script, we need a script, we need a script. So I'm just here for far too long, and you can see I'm not really making much progress here. It's not the type of thing in World versus World where even with siege weapons you're just banging on that thing forever. You can see how easy the other gate was to go down. You really just need the script, the bombs to do that. All right, so here comes Jessica. This is Jesse Cox's character, and you can see the Revenants going in, and you know, he's you're going to see a couple abilities that are interesting. Like, they have a taunt, which is really annoying. The taunt will make you lose control of your character, make you lose control of your abilities, and you will run at the opposing person. And the only way to get out of that is if you have a stun breaker. So, yeah, that's the taunt right there. I don't think he hit me with it. I think he hit one of the Tengu with it. Yeah, see, you can see I'm getting him down. He just barely got out of my my adrenaline power there, and got to escape back to the thing. But we you know, that was the only offense that we got right now. And here, Aurora Peachy comes through with getting me a scrit, and the door is going to be blasted open here in just a second. So after you destroy both of the gates, then you no longer need Scrit. Then any supply that you have, you want to use to summon archers. And like I said, around the middle of the map on the top and the bottom, you can summon a hero. I can't get this off my screen. You can summon a hero that will greatly increase your chances of doing damage to the Guild Lord. Now, the hero will run down and it'll have an aura around him. It makes you take a lot less damage when you're within that aura. And they also have like a super ability that they can use to hurt the opposing Guild Lord. So that big lady with the gigantic blue sword right there, that's the Guild Lord. That's our objective. I have to be careful. Like, I can't really take her out one-on-one like that. So what I'm trying to do is these other NPCs, they do not respawn. So I'm trying to last as long as I can and kill the elite mage that's there, or any of these little archers, because anything that I take out is going to not respawn, and that's just going to help our team. And yeah, there's a lot going on in here. I think I'm the only one in here at this moment. Clinton, right there, that is Angry Joe. Angry Joe's playing as President Clinton. And so now things get a little bit hairy. So I think Jesse Cox is in here, all of the NPCs, and Angry Joe, and it's getting a little bit messy. You can see I haven't really damaged the Guild Lord much, but you know what I'm doing is I'm basically trying to kill those NPCs. I'm heading out here, and one of our opponents, Ben, was really low health, so I took him out, and I'm trying to get the spike on him. Somebody got it. Okay, cool. So Ben just came in and got you know, nailed down really quick. Here's Jesse Cox using a taunt, and I don't think it hit me again. So he's trying to get away at this point because he's very low health. I'm going to try to chase him down with my bow. Just want to try to, you know, take out as many of these guys as possible so that they have a respawn so we can try to push on this Guild Lord. So there we go. We're going to smash him down. At one of these points, Jesse Cox was not overly happy with me, so he said stuff like, "Get off me, Bog, your mother's a frog," and other other choice words. It was kind of funny, him shouting at me for killing him, basically. But, you know, that was a highlight of my time there. All right, so there's Angry Joe, and Ben is back. But, and Rihanna is on their other team, and Shin, 2 other streamers. And there we go. We were actually able to kill the Lord there while I was occupying a lot of them. And you can see here what the score is. So Peachy was running a lot of supplies, so she had a high score, and I knocked down a bunch of the gates, so I also had a high score. And again, the opponents were Angry Joe, Shin, Rihanna, and Jessica. I'm not sure who Ben was. But that was the first match. So we really won that very quickly. We rushed down the lane. I didn't even die, and you could see you didn't get to see much of the supply running, or even we didn't even summon our hero because we just blew through that so quick. So Angry Joe and Jesse Cox were not happy that we won there, so they insisted on switching up the teams a bit. I still got to stay on the team with Peachy, and we got Shin over on our team, and they took Doc Got Game away, and they added Blue to their team, who is one of the authorized ArenaNet PvP shoutcasting guys, so he's heavy into PvP, and he was playing his Mesmer, and you'll see real quick, he picks up, there's the teams right there, he picks up on my strategy, and tries to upset that. So they still have Rihanna, and they took Doc Got Game. And we're gonna try the same strategy here. I'm gonna try to run down the lane, and Peachy's gonna run supply, and we'll see how this one fares. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start. We're gonna jump down here, and we're gonna use our supply right away again to summon some of the NPCs. Looks like we're going for 3 door breakers here and 2 archers, and we're gonna run on down. Now Peachy's heading right to the middle there. To get more supply, and what you do is you can hold 2 supply at a time. You have to channel for a few seconds, then you'll pick up a supply, and then you can actually do it again and pick up a second supply, and then you can run back and summon more door breakers or archers with it. I'm doing the same strategy as last time. I apologize for not getting more diverse footage there, but I wanted to win, and I knew this strategy worked last time. So I'm immediately jumping on these archers once again. You can see they're not that difficult to take out. And, you know, my NPCs are coming up the lane right afterward. You can see that this will be a bit different, this game. My strategy does not exactly work the same way. They are onto it a little bit more. But here we are with the door breakers at the front gate. The Skrit are going to blow this thing open very quickly, which is going to alert the other team that we've broken through. And you can see on the top of the screen the little red indications, those little red rectangles. There's 3 on the blue team and only 2 on the red, so that's their warning that we've already broken through their first gate. All right, so I'm taking out these soldiers. The Skrit there is running ahead, which is not good. That's not ideal. As soon as he aggroes the next set of NPCs, you can see I'm going to try to catch up here. I think they take out this Skrit, though. I'm not able to save that little Skrit. Sorry, buddy. They're going to take him out in a second here. Actually, he gets past those 2, which is interesting. But he probably gets killed by the veterans up at top. All right, now here comes Blue. All right, so he is a big-time PvPer, and you know I am a big-time PvEer. And he's on a Mesmer, which I always have trouble figuring out how to take out. And he's just going to have his way with me here. I make the fight last a little while, but I don't think I seriously threatened him at all. It's kind of a trounce here. So one-on-one, so all of a sudden I realize, okay, so Blue totally knows what my strategy is. He's a little bit more, you know, cognizant of PvP strategy. He's not going to just let me run through, destroy all the gates, and get to the Guild Lord like last time. And, you know, and then Shin does the same thing. He runs up in one-on-one versus Blue there. Did not work out so well. So we got to regroup and think of a new plan and figure out how to actually get past what's going on there. So the enemy is now caught up with us. You can see on the top, they have broken through our first gate as well. I don't have any more supply. When you respawn, you don't actually get more supply. So now I'm going to actually go up to the center here. This will show you where the supply is. And there are 2 different supply stations. There's one on each side, and all I need to do is channel until it's full. You can see Peachy there keeping some people busy. I gained 1 supply. I'm going to try to grab another one here. You can see the barrel there indicates that I have a supply. And I've got 2 supply. Now, another interesting thing, if you kill an opponent that has supply, you can actually steal their supply, which is pretty awesome mechanic. So anybody who's carrying these barrels, you can just definitely go in and say, nope, it's mine. So I'm going to summon a door breaker here, and I'm going to summon a Tengu archer, and we're going to run up with our NPCs and see what happens. All right, so here comes Rihanna and Jesse Cox. I think here I might be getting hit with some taunts. Let's check my action bar. If my action bar goes completely blank and I start running at someone, you know I've gotten hit with a taunt. I know there were several times this match that I got hit by it, and I think I was mentioning, you know, wow, that taunt is really annoying. It's a very fun skill to use, and it's really kind of obnoxious to have it used against you. You just kind of lose control of your character for a few seconds. Okay, so you'll see a lot of different Revenant type abilities. Here's Rihanna going down. We spike her. There we go. I really missed my having my llama finisher. See, she dropped supply there, and I was actually pick it up. Now I probably should have gone back and used that supply. And here's Blue again, trying to disrupt things. You know what? He's being occupied. I'm just gonna go forward and see what happened to the NPCs. Oh, he's up ahead of me now. All those mesmer tricks, they're very tricksy. Okay, so here, this is not going to be looking good for me. Here's Jesse Cox and Blue. I'm going to try to just run past them, because, again, I'm not going to be able to take both those guys out. I figure if I can take out these NPCs, they don't respawn, so at least I will do something with this death. Maybe that'll be good. We've got Shin up behind me there, trying to you know, help me out. And see how this goes. So this is probably not going to go well. There's tons of NPCs around. You've got Blue is arguably their best on their team, and just we're a little bit outnumbered. So not only are we going to go down here, they can steal my supply, and all these Tengu and this Skrit are susceptible to the damage. Now the good news is I think we have at least 3 or 4 Skrit bombs going through there, and they are not easy for the opposing players to kind of take out. It takes a while, and so each one of them is going to run up there. And once you get kind of caught on the defense, because one of my earlier games this happened, once you get this like string of minions coming in, it's hard to keep up with killing them and the opposing players and stopping them from breaking the gate. So right there, yep, their inner gate has gone down. The Skrit have gotten through, and right now we should probably be summoning our big hero in order to get down the lane. We didn't think of it there. I think we eventually do it. Peachy and I are running down the lane, heading for the Guild Lord. Here's Ben. We're gonna get 3 of us to go down. Doc Game is ahead of us there, and it looks like we're gonna just start a big war in front of the Guild Lord, which should be fun. Alright, so here we go. We're jumping into where the Guild Lord is. Let's see what kind of mess is in here. We have a whole bunch of Tengu still fighting in here, which is cool. There's their Lord. That's the guy with like the big pirate hats, because we switched sides from last game. We have a different opponent this time. And we are doing this mess. Now again, I'm going to jump up here. I'm doing the same thing as last time. I want to take out these archers. I figure if I'm not going to live, at least try to take one of the NPCs out. I think that's a pretty good strategy. You want to do something with your life. You know, these NPCs don't respawn, so, you know, taking them out now before I could die is a good thing. I knocked the Guild Lord back, trying to get this archer down. Peachy just got stomped down there. And yeah, a lot of attention is going into this room now. So while this is going on, you can see I'm trying to revive. They got the stomp off. While this is going on, they could be attacking our Guild Lord, because you can see they got down our inner gate as well. So it really becomes a race of who's going to be able to do this first. And I think I'm talking to Peachy at this point, and she's going to go for the big hero, because our Lord is under attack, and it's basically, you know, this big race. So we need the help of an NPC. I'm about to go down. I don't know how much longer I can last. I'm surprised that I've actually lasted this long with everything going on. Here's Jesse Cox. He seems to be very focused on killing the Tengu instead of killing the other players, which may not be the best strategy. I'm not sure. Maybe he's thinking like I am. If I'm gonna die, maybe I'll kill these NPCs. But those Tengu can come back if we use supply. All right, so I'm finally going down here. Blue's gonna take me out. Knock him down. Oh, there we go. I've gotten my comeuppance. I'm down. All right, so let's see who's going to be able to push the Lord and kill it first. Blue is on a rampage. I kept yelling down the room a couple times. I'm like, Blue, stop picking on me. Alright, just need to respawn here. Now, I believe at this point, Aurora has just about channeled long enough to summon the big hero. We'll see if he appears here in a moment. He starts down here where I am right now. Here comes Peachy. I think she's done with the channel. And there he is, the man himself, Tarai Asa. Now, you can see the aura around him. I didn't mouse over the buff he gives you, but I know it reduces your damage by quite a bit. And he's basically going to race to the end. You can speed them up. You can give them buffs yourself. He's going to race to the end, and if he's allowed to channel his super ability, it will damage the opposing guild lord by a whole bunch. You can see they're trying to stop us here. This is very, very difficult for them to kill us because we're buffed by Tarai Asa if we are near that boss. So really, if you're the opposing team, what you need to do is you need to kill the hero and not worry about the opposing players so much. You got to kill the hero first to stop the buff. I decided to lag back here because blue was low on life, and I figured taking out their best player while we're pushing the guild lord is probably a good idea. Let's get him out of the fight for a little while. He teleported away. I'm going to stomp again. Those tricksy mesmers, I can't stand fighting against them. All right, there we go. And there's Jesse Cox. I'm just going to run away from him and get to the guild lord. I don't want to miss the exciting action at the end here. So I'll run in here and we'll see how much health he has left. Now the opponent really needs to either kill our guild lord. You can see the health of the guild lords up at top. Ours is almost dead. I mean, the blue lord, my lord, is pretty much full health. This guy is not so much. So we're gonna get the kill, I believe, here momentarily. And Tarai Asa is still up. It's very hard to come back from something like this. They would need to kill our hero and all of our players. And yeah, there we have it. Any second, he's down. Now you do have to spike the Lord once you kill the health, so the opponents can revive him, and you can also spike him down like that as well. So you can see there again, Peachy got a lot of supply that run, has a really high score. And I was helpful at getting a bunch of the gates down, so I got second place score there. So there you go, Stronghold. I will say once again that this is so much fun. This is the PvP game mode that Guild Wars 2 needed. Everybody was talking about it. The PvE players, the PvP players, everyone said how much fun they had in it. So I'm excited for this to go into the game. I'm excited to hear if there's going to be more than one map going in. And I love the fact that there's going to be, you know, a new game mode in there. Now it's going into the same queue as the other modes, so you're still going to go into one queue, and I agree with that decision. You don't want to split up your PvP into too many queues, because then the wait times just get ridiculous. But the one downside is they're not going to have build templates available, at least at the launch of the expansion. It's something that they're going to be looking into down the road. So you're going to have a spec that is useful in both the Conquest maps and Stronghold, because you don't know necessarily what you're going to get. So the more general the build is, probably the better. If you make it very specific for either Conquest or for Stronghold, then you get the opposing one that you could be at some sort of a disadvantage there. But that is the one bit of feedback I would have, is they got to get those build templates in and allow players to change really quickly as they prepare for the match. But that's going to wrap things up. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into some Stronghold gameplay. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments field below. Like, favorite, and all that jazz. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.